Okay, let's get into this. Hey, there he is. Is my mic on? Yeah, looks good to me. Right, I'm just gonna fiddle around with me lights, and that isn't a euphemism. I'm fiddling about with me Govee lights. Govee, I'm here. I don't usually ask for things, honest. Do you know what? To be fair to me, I could just take the absolute pee and I could just ask for things off people, but I don't tend to. Every so often I'll reach out to someone and go, do you fancy it? Oh my god, look at that cut. Ah, where's that come from? Jesus. Yeah, Govee, I'm here. Hey, tart up my lights, please. No, seriously. No, I need to fiddle about with these because I want one of them's right in my face here, as you can tell. Ooh, I think I'm going to move it back there, to be honest. It's a bit better. You don't get to see all the imperfections. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get one of them to be... No, not like that. I just want one of them blue. Yeah, there we go. No. No. Okay, that'll do. Yeah, that'll do. Stop messing around at the start of your stream, man. Jesus. Right, hope everyone's doing okay. I fully realised that the Champions League final on. I didn't even realise until today. So, yeah. I know not everyone enjoys the footy. What's the score? It's gone into extra time, hasn't it? It's going to penalties, that isn't it? It's going to penalties. So yeah, I understand. Good evening. Interested to compare the notes on this one, mate. I've just messaged you, or not messaged you directly on Discord. I just said I should have asked you if I could use those pictures on the live stream. So the fact that you're here helps. The pictures that you posted in Discord of your FBO setup in Manchester, is it okay if I use it during the live stream? Obviously you're here, and I will be giving you credit, of course, because I think, I'll be honest with you, the implementation of the smaller hanger that you've got going on. I also didn't realise you could take the back part off. I didn't realise that, because you can get oh no, that's a different hanger, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's good. No problem. Cheers, mate. Yeah, as I say, I think your hanger where you've basically at Manchester, I know you're familiar with it, but at Manchester there is where you've put the hanger, there's a ramp there that's always just used for private jets to park on. You always see a private jet just sitting there. So it kind of makes sense, and the way you've actually got it to line up with the taxiway and everywhere, it's fantastic. It's really, really good implementation, so I really wanted to show that off at some point in the live stream. So yeah, we will be finally taking a look at the FSReborn Phenom. A couple of people say it differently, don't they? Phenom. I've heard people say Phenom. Phenom 300E. This is by FSReborn, and it's the aircraft. But you also get the FBO. I want to say add-on, but it's not. I guess you could call it the FBO editor. You install the aircraft on the marketplace, it gets put onto the toolbar, and I was very, very surprised on how well it works. I thought it was going to be very finicky and a bit glitchy, but it's not. It blends right into the toolbar. It actually looks like the Microsoft Flight Sim kind of UI as well. I would say that. What I thought I'd do, let's get into this. Before we get into it, if you haven't already, make sure you go and check this guy out. I will be taking him off my main screen going into June, so we will have to say goodbye to Lee on the sort of the channel, but he'll be here in spirit, and definitely his links and everything will be kept in the video description and the stream descriptions as well. That's no problem. But yeah, go and check him out. Go and subscribe and let me know what you thought about his videos. Very in-depth stuff. Good stuff. Also as well, Logitech Play Days is still happening. You've got till Tuesday. All of those products will be going back to full price. Listen, guys, the keyboard they sent me, the Logitech G 915, the massive chunky keyboard. I mean, it's not. Look at it. Look at that. Lovely keyboard. Can I press something without something going off? No, there we go. Backlighting's fantastic on it, all customizable, loads of macro buttons and stuff like that. It's £60 off. Use my code and my link in the description to. I mean, you can use it on any product that's there, but there's loads of discounts. So yeah, it blocks the view from the RVP. It wouldn't be popular. it would do, mate. Yeah, you have got a point, but I think the way you've done it in the sim, it's very nice. No, it wouldn't. You would miss it. You wouldn't get the touchdowns onto 2-3 right. Absolutely not. That is a good point. Let's get into this one. I want to get into it. I want to look at the liveries. I wasn't going to, but I thought that would be quite nice. I've just noticed the interiors are actually being blocked by my mug. Mostly the Logitech banner, but it's got to be there for now. So, do you know what? Let's. I get rid of it for now. Oh, where have it gone? So yeah, there's 3 interiors, appropriately named: the Manchester interior, the Oberon interior, the white one, and the Tristan interior. We're going to stick with Manchester. I don't think there is any difference in the liveries externally. I don't think there is. Could be wrong, but we'll have a little look through the Manchester liveries. There I am. I'm back. That's one of your pictures. Hey, where's my banner gone? There we go. Right. So there is a fair amount of liveries for this, like a good amount of liveries. So you got that one. We'll go through them all, I guess. I mean, sometimes it's a bit of a pain in the ass. That one's a lovely one. I like that. That's I don't know. Reminds me of a Jaffa cake. I don't know why. There's some really nice ones. Some of them are the same color with a different stripe color. There's some more outlandish ones. If you like your gradients. This Black Ops one is actually quite nice. Kind of reminds me of maybe an Air Force one, maybe. This one is like well, it's a dazzle, so you'll see like the dazzle ships, but you'll also recognize this pattern from when they prototype cars. Quite often you'll see cars with this wrap on them, so it's supposed to fool people, and you can't quite get what the car looks like before it's been publicly shown. But yeah, that's what that reminds me of. Some really smart liveries, you know. There's also quite a lot on FS Flight Sim. FlightSim.co is what I'm trying to say. There's quite a few on there popping up. This one's lovely. Look at this one. Like a cyberpunk type one, isn't it? There's the same one, but in the maroon. I like the other one. The other one's nicer. I've actually turned down the sim audio at the minute. There's some really nice ones. There's some country sort of inspired ones as well. You got like a Canadian one called Maple, but they're really nice. So do you know what I can't stand is when you buy an aircraft, doesn't matter what price, and you don't get any liveries for it. These guys have done us a solid with this one. I think it's this add-on for me is very it hits the best price mark. I'm trying to think of a word and I couldn't think of it, but the price mark and the price of what you're getting is insane. You get a lot. There's the the UK one. Kind of reminds me of the one that flies out of Bryson Norton, like the A330, and they got an A321 as well, haven't they? And then there's one here called FSReborn Sun, I guess. Quite nice. And then Volt. Definitely wouldn't be out of place. I think you'd probably see something like that. I think we'll go. Do you know what? I do like the Canadian one. I do like the Canadian one. I like this grey round the front. Really, really nice. So, I am going to attempt a flight now. I did a little practice flight the other day. I got from Belfast, I got to Liverpool. The takeoff was terrible, the landing was terrible. The problem I've got right now with this little beast is I cannot keep it on the runway. I can't get it to stay center on the runway, and I can't, when I land, I can't keep it center. So I think I've improved in some of the systems and setting things up. Need a bit more time with everything else. I am currently learning how to fly this as well. Now, regardless of what you think about this one, the Flight Sim Studios Embraer 190, I've got the 195 there as well, but I'm gonna be, after I've done a couple of things, I've got quite a few things on at the minute. I'm working on something for FS Expo with a very big company who I was on a call with the other day, and I'm also doing another video for someone else that I don't think is FS Expo. It's a bit later on. I'm also working on a couple of my own videos for the channel, and one of them being my new setup. And look what I've got! Yay! Wing control. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. They also sent me the 32 pack as well, which is this little connection piece. I am very, very happy about that. And they sent me a third box, and I was like, what's in the third box? They sent me the desk mount for it. So I've got 3 big chunks of metal. My other desk is completely messed up. In fact, can you see it? No, you can just see me sitting there, but yeah, you can see the sort of the metal frames and everything there. So I'm gonna have a fun time, and I'm also gonna be recording all of it. I'm gonna be recording a video. I've already done some today. I'm gonna be recording moving things about, and you'll see kind of, I guess, behind the scenes of me setup and get to see it a bit better and how I'm gonna transform it. Anyway, let's get into this, because we've got to fly from Belfast to Liverpool, so EGAA. We're going from the Woodgate Aviation hangar at Aldergrove, which is just here, out onto 07, and then we're going to hopefully land on runway 27 at Liverpool. We're going to use live weather, not live time. We'll make it a bit earlier in the morning for this flight, and let's get on it. Plucky, good to see you. How do, mate? I bought this myself the other week. It's flight pretty well. Having the G, it is lovely. I just cannot control it on the ground, mate. I can taxi it out, definitely. I just can't control it on the runway. How many firms make an Airbus tiller? There seems to be a precise few and not cheap. Not many. I know Wing Control showed a tiller. I think it was like a year before the overhead panel, but yeah, this one's the Hootwalt one, and while I wouldn't say it's gonna be on the quality of Wing Controls, I say that in a very respectful way, because Wing Control, I know this throttle quadrant was good quality, but when I unboxed it this morning, I was like, wow, it is so nice. They are expensive, mate. I can only imagine Wing Controls is probably gonna nip that in the bud, and it's gonna be a nice price. But yeah, my next Wing Control, and I don't think I'll be getting sent anything else for a while, so I am gonna purchase the MCDU and the landing gear panel. I think from wind control. Hey Chris, how you doing, mate? Right, let's have a little look. Let's see if I can actually do a bit better with this today. I feel a bit more confident with the systems. I was able to get it to follow the flight plan over to Liverpool last time. I've got Navigraph now, which is a massive help. I'm hoping because I've got Navigraph, I can actually get the sim brief sort of button to appear on the FMS, because I wasn't getting the wind control square on the FMS with this. It wouldn't appear. I don't know whether you have to have Navigraph for that to appear, but it wouldn't work. It was connected in the EFB, but I could not get, because when you've got it on the FMS, you can just import the flight plan right in there, and you don't have to put it in manually, which I can do, but it just makes a big difference. You know, it does make a big difference. But look at it, guys. It's so nice. Cheeky. I had to, you know. That's the dream, isn't it? Maybe one day, guys, I can take you on my private jet. Yeah, Brian, whatever, mate. You keep on dreaming. Right, let's get the. I tell you what, the Belfast scenery by PRACGEEK still just looks incredible. But there is a version 2 on its way. Don't know if you guys know, but there is a version 2. There's the FBO that I made over here. Now, what I did notice, and Ace, you might be able to tell me a bit more. This was originally saved. It was obviously because it's persistent. If you put it somewhere, it'll always load up to where you last put it. Now, I had it in Liverpool. I didn't delete the ones at Liverpool and pop this here. When we go back to Liverpool, what you'll probably see is the other buildings won't be there, which is fine, but also the whole of the tarmac in the GA ramp has sunk in. It's sunk in, and there's a big massive crater. And I've got a feeling it's something to do with this. So what I'm going to do for now, because we're not going to be looking at this here. We're going to be looking at it at Liverpool. We're going to do the flight first, and then have a look at the FBO in better detail. Now, I think you've got to press it again, haven't you? There we go. Let's get rid of it for now. Hopefully that will solve the issue at Liverpool. What also good as well about the G2000 is that you can display your Navigraph charts on it. Yes, and I will be able to if I can do that now. I'm waiting for your virtual airline, Brian Air. Mate, once upon a time, Practically Geek was going to actually be Brian Air, but you just never know, do you? With with stuff. I don't know why it's doing this as well. I've noticed. I think what you do is, yeah, there you go. Weird sort of thing with the tablet. I wonder if my charts are going to actually be on here. I wonder. Do I have to put Navigraph stuff into... No, because my sim brief thing is the same thing. Do I have to do something else with Navigraph, or have I got to do it on the have I got to do it on the FMS? Because as I say, guys, I am familiar with Navigraph, but I've never actually bought the subscription. But because we're doing the live stream on Monday, we're going to be having a look at the Navigraph flight radar FSLTL traffic on Monday, guys. If you didn't know, that's what we're going to be doing. Let's have a go at some of these switches. So I believe we can literally just whack all these into auto, from what I've seen. Again, don't take all this as gospel. Just bear with me. So you can do hydraulics to open. You can do the pumps to auto. There's also something else here. We do the ADS to auto. That's fine. We do this to auto. Put the temperature to about halfway, possibly. And this goes to both. I think you have to flick this off at some point when you're turning the engines on or the battery on, but it doesn't seem to affect it if you don't do it. So, yeah. Ooh, I tell you what. If we go down, you know, we're well catered for, aren't we? Lovely cabin, absolutely gorgeous cabin. Not too sure how you. Oh, there you go. You do that. Did you do that? Yeah, mate, it is jinxed. It's been put back 3 times, this live stream, and I honestly thought I'd stop those issues. I honestly thought I'd fix them. But I don't know. I monitored the temperatures of the CPU for about a day to see if there was issues there. It did spike a lot. It went up quite a lot, so that's why we ended up spending time reapplying the thermal paste and am I even mic'd up here? Yeah. Thermal paste went back on, and it didn't do it for a while, and it's done it again now. So listen, guys, I ain't gonna mess around today. If it does it again, then I think it's one of those. I'm just gonna leave it because it's too warm anyway. I don't know whether the computer's been on quite a lot of the day. I don't know whether it's overheating. I've had it on longer, and then something has just crashed it. I don't know what it is. I read that it was a the GPU accelerated hardware, something or other in Windows has or can do that to systems. So I turned it off, but it's still doing it. So I don't think it's that. Very, very hard to pinpoint where this is coming from, because I can go months without it happening. I can go weeks. Hasn't happened since, I think, the Porto stream, and it's done it again. I am sorry. There's absolutely nothing I can do. It's not nice for me because I am a bit of a perfectionist. I like to. Although I am doing this as my hobby and I'm trying to enjoy it as much as I can, it does become frustrating, and I also do want to keep things as professional as possible. I don't want to just be putting out streams and videos that are not great. Even the Orbex, sort of the visual comparison, I don't know if you guys have seen it, the visual comparison I did for the default Atlanta and the Orbex Atlanta. The fact that I didn't even do any voiceover in that or do anything sort of like I'd usually do, I've just put a piece of music and some text on the screen to indicate what's default and what's Orbex. And although I enjoy doing it, I just didn't really like how I put it out, because all it is just the visuals, and I guess that's the point. But anyway, I can't if it does it again, I honestly do not know what to do. I think I'll probably just leave the live stream there. And like I've said a few times, there's a lot of people who've done videos for this in great depth. I just wanted to share my opinions and thoughts and what we could see with the FBO and try and do a bit of a flight. I am sorry. I can't emphasize that enough. I know it's sort of, I say it's beyond my control, but it's my PC, so should be able to figure out what's going on, you know. If it's hardware related, then is it so inconsistent because something's failing and it's just holding on for dear life? I don't know. Yeah, okay. See, I've had that CPU for a while and it's never done it, do you know? So I'm really not sure what it is. And it's frustrating because I thought, you know what, the thermal paste didn't look great on the CPU. I've got the fan, I've got the radiator fan, I'm gonna say blowing as hard as it can, and you guys can have a bit of a laugh because it was a very, very good innuendo, wasn't it? The CPU radiator and AIO is blowing as hard as it can, but I can't. It might not even be the CPU. I did monitor it, and as I say, it was jumping up. But then when I'd done the whole thermal paste thing and sorted it out, it was it didn't seem to do it again. And now it's done it again. But it is also hot, isn't it, at the minute? The room isn't that warm, though. Listen, guys, we'll try and get into this flight. Sim's loading up for you now. I'll try and rescue it as much as I can. No problems, frustrating, but fingers crossed for the rest of... I hope so, mate, but I am just going to be a bit negative here, a bit pessimistic, and say Porto stream, I think, what was it, 3 times it did it? I just kept on persevering. I don't know why. I'd like to think I do persevere as much as I can, but... And it's not the greatest time for it to do this because I've got to get a video done by tomorrow, very early Monday morning. Do you use something like to monitor? Yeah, that's what I was using to monitor it. Yeah. See if I can get it back up. Be interesting to see. God, this brings back memories of sitting here most of the day trying to figure out what it was doing. Let's have a little look. Let's keep that. I'm confident it's not the GPU. The GPU stays very cool. Like, it, you know, nicely cool. I'm not concerned it's anything to do with the GPU. I mean, it could be something else. It could be... I mean, there is a driver. There is a NVIDIA driver that is due. But I don't think it's that. See, the package temperature on the CPU is saying 100 in red now. So that's already not a good sign. I don't know whether this AIO cooler is even cooling this CPU down. It must be doing something. Because I think you're supposed to look at the package temperature, aren't you? And the max, right now it's saying 85 for the value. 73 for min and 100. It says in red, it says 100. So I don't know if any of you guys are a bit more. I mean, I do consider myself a bit tech savvy. You know, I wouldn't say I'm not. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know everything. You know, I put my computer together on my own. I know bits. Do you know? So I'm pretty certain you've got to look at the package. So there's P core, E core. The P core's already reached 100 now as a max. P core is saying 83, jumping up to 90. The package is up to 83, 90. I still don't think it's bad if it's 90, but we're only in the menus at the minute. Don't know whether the CPU cooler is... I don't know whether the CPU cooler is... is not running the highest it can do. There you go, guys. A bit of troubleshooting live on stream. There's me fans there, but I can't see the radiator in this hardware thing. I mean, what I'm seeing off the hardware monitor is that it's maxing out. It is hitting 100 every so often. I don't know. Honestly, for a good while, I thought it might be the power supply, because the power supply, I would say, isn't young. It's a good couple of years in now, but they're supposed to last quite a while, aren't they? If it's getting up to 100, mate, it's likely thermal throttling. I'd perhaps look at your AIO if the CPU is actually. This is the thing, though. It's very inconsistent. Very, very inconsistent. I can go weeks without this happening. I can go months, and then it'll just do it. I've had loads of live streams over the last 2-3 weeks. It's not done it once. I've had internet issues. Obviously, that's nothing to do with the computer. But yeah, my max readout on the P and the package core is 100, and we're only in the menus. Right now, it's fluctuating between 77 and about 89. AIO has got power because the light's on. The fans are on the radiator. I'm gonna have to see if I can get this video done for this company and look at things, because I can't have it happening all the time. I am sorry, folks. We'll see if we can have a little look. If it happens again, I'm gonna say, for anyone watching now, again, apologies. If it happens again and you are cut off and you don't see me, it's frozen, it buffers, please take that as in I'm done for the night. I'll do a live stream for it at another point. Maybe just a full flight with it or something, you know, a bit more longer than half an hour or so doing this Belfast one. And AOO should be able to keep it in something much lower than that, even under load. I had it and it used an air cooler and didn't have any issues with cooling. Weird it's intermittent though. Yeah, this is the thing, isn't it? It might be the AIO, which, to be fair, I don't mind if it is, because that is probably one of the cheaper fixes. But again, is that why the system is full freezing? Is it? Or is it a display issue? Is it a driver issue? I don't know. Or is the CPU temps the issue why the whole system is freezing? Right now, probably, but anyway, you know what? Let's just see if we can do this. I haven't got the highest hopes, but we'll see. Like I say, if it goes off, folks, I won't be coming back tonight. I've got to try and do a Monday's live stream. We're gonna be trying to take a look at the FSLTL Navigraph flight radar, sort of what is it, partnership, collaborate, not a collaboration, partnership. We're gonna do some virtual plane spotting. Wednesday we'll do some Tower Simulator 3. Let the CPU and the GPU cool off for a bit because it's not demanding enough. But yeah, we'll do some ATC at Manchester, because I've downloaded the Manchester scenery for Tower Simulator. It looks alright. Obviously, it's not supposed to be high fidelity, but it's great because I've got the just flight traffic for it, so we'll be seeing all the Manchester airport traffic. So yeah, hopefully at some point I'll get to live stream this one. But honestly, I don't have the highest of hopes right now. So keep your fingers crossed. Thermal throttling can cause freezes and instability, mate. Absolutely. I mean, it's looking the most likely, isn't it? God, is it? Ooh, Belfast with the rain. Hey, it's on live weather. I'll stay on live weather. Yeah, 97 I've just seen there as the value. 100 on the package. It's not like in Belfast, is it? I don't think the scenery's doing it. It's just, yeah. I can see those values going right up and hitting 100. Yeah, yeah. Right up as soon as we come in, even in the menus, it shouldn't be that hot. Nah. No. Not at all. I am going to... God, can't see anything at the minute. I thought it was going then. It's not having a good time. And I don't understand. I've been in this flight sim a few times today. Yeah, I mean, any builds Liverpool's probably not the best test either, because it's, you know, it's not exactly low fidelity. Yeah, those values, as in what I assume is almost real time. Yeah, both of them just hit 100 then. I don't know what to do. Manic, mate, I tell you what, I'm so happy that you love my videos, because right now it's a bit iffy, and I'll be honest, it's not the best time for me PC to be doing this. It's never the best time, but I'm probably not gonna carry on, because really making it throttle like this isn't good for the PC anyway. I did want to try and have a little bit of a flight with the Phenom, if I'm going to be totally honest. I think it's your cooler, mate. If I had to guess, not ideal, but I'd try and replace it and see if it helps. It's the best thing to have gone wrong if it is the cooler. Do you know what I mean? It's the best thing. It's just an unnecessary expense, which I don't. You know, when I do have money, which is not very regular, I would have liked to have not have had to buy a cooler. It's quite interesting though, because yeah, that radiator is hot, but I'm assuming the radiator's supposed to be hot, because this isn't a long-standing thing. It's not always done this. I've had this cooler for a while, so I'm wondering, has it just failed? The fans are spinning, but the fans are going to spin, aren't they? The light even could be coming on. I need to do some tests, but I'm a bit put off by even trying to do things, and yet my character is in a full military uniform. There's a reason for that. What's he doing? I'm thinking we might just, I don't know, Humberside. I mean, Humberside's quite a thingy. T-sides might be a bit more of... Oh no, that's not T-side, that's Lindley Hill. T-side's up here. I mean, it's probably going to be less stressful. Maybe just do the FBO bit. In my head, mate, I think that's what I was just going to do. I would have liked to have tried to fly it, but... Do you know what? We'll have a go, mate. We'll have a go. Let's have a little look at the FBO. See if the computer can even last. I mean, it's still hitting 100 anyway. Not nice, is it? Not nice. I thought I'd honestly fix this. I thought when I was... Yeah, they're still hitting 100. Oh, I'd like to know if it's the cooler, to be honest with you. I'm wondering if it's not... I'm wondering if the pump isn't working. I don't know how to see if it's not, though. I don't know how to see... It's not in the hardware things. It's not, say... I can't find a value. I can see all my fans, but I know my fans are spinning because I can see them spinning. I'm just... I can't see anything that might say what the AIO is. I can't see anything. Plucky, have you got an idea? If your case has gone good airflow, the board temps are good. I think it's the cooler. It sounds like the fluid isn't circulating. If the radiator is hot, but the temps are high. Radiator's fucking boiling, mate. Sorry. Radiator's boiling, but the computer's been on all day. I honestly don't know. The case, I mean, it's glass. The front's got a bit of ventilation. It's the Corsair 4000X or something like that. You know, it is pretty much all glass. But you know, there's 4 fans in the front. There's one at the back. There's 2 up at the top where the radiator is. GPU doesn't get hot enough. The GPU's nowhere near as what I'd expect. Let's have a little look. 65, 70, hotspot 79, 80, maybe not even hitting over 80, 66, memory 66, GPU 66. The max it's reached is 70. It's not the GPU. Absolutely, definitely not the GPU. Them temps for me, even I know that is fine. 65. I think it's only supposed to be 45, 35 in idle anyway. So if it's only that now, yeah, it's the CPU. There's something going wrong. Even the thermal paste maybe just have, when I reapplied it, it might have just helped for a while. Maybe now it's just starting to kick off again. Sorry guys, sorry. I will just look at the FBO, but as I say, things could happen again. So I apologize if they do. Let's have a little look. I love the plane though. I'm gonna have to try and do a dedicated full flight stream for it. But yeah, FBO. Let's have a little look, and see if we can actually do something in the live stream, because every time I had to stop doing this, I was gutted that I had to reschedule and mess about and stuff. So here is they call this the I think it was like Aerolite hanger or something. What's it called? Aerolinth hanger. So yeah, what we can do is, you can see it on screen. There's a couple of pop outs on this, so it's quite distracting. You can resize and stuff, but I mean, that's probably fine. That's okay, yeah. Let's do that, because that's behind me. So yeah, first of all, you can... I say first of all, I can't even see the options. You've got to extend them, haven't you? Oh, hang on. Ah, okay, sorry, my fault. You've got to select it again. So let's see if we can turn this around so we can actually get it in. There we go. What you can do, the best thing to do here is actually go into your drone camera. Now, this is going to stick, so it's not me. I'm still turning. There we go. Do you know what? I'm going to have to go into the plane to could be the worst thing to do. Right. So drone camera is probably the best way to do it, because you can get a better view of the FBO. You can check if the fluid is circulating properly by touching the pipes that go from the radiator. They should vibrate slightly. I won't do that now, mate, but yeah, thank you. Yeah, I will do. I'd rather have to buy a new AIO than anything else. AIO or power supply, but any ideas, Plucky, on the power supply? Could it also be the power supply? Do you know what I mean? Like, it's one of those, isn't it? I could buy a new cooler and it might not even be it at all. It might be absolutely fine. It could be the power supply, but is the power supply likely just to turn the computer off instead of freezing it? I don't know. Right, so I'm not gonna, unfortunately, I'm not gonna be able to show you the customization with the logos because I haven't figured that out myself. I know Ace, who might still be in the comments there, has done it for himself, and it looks fantastic. What I will do, because I've reminded myself here, what I am gonna do is I'm just gonna pull up. Have I got? There we go. So on the screen now, this is actually Ace. This is actually Ace Airstream in the comments. This is actually his FBO at Manchester Airport, EGCC. He's placed it between sort of the engine run-up bay and the ether terminal will be on the right. Over to the left, you can just see the struts of the engine testing bay, and he's put the hangar, this hangar here, he's put this in the middle where you would find the business jets usually park at Manchester. Let me just show you another one just to give you an idea. That's a better picture. You can see obviously the Nimrod and the Trident there. This is the reason why I wanted to show you guys this is because this is a very, very good placement and a thought out placement that works well in Manchester. It doesn't look out of place, does it? I mean, you can place these wherever you want. It's just this, for me, has had a lot of thought on where it's being placed and how it looks in the scenery. You see the airliner's live tower there, and you can actually see just behind the ether terminal, which is I remember when this wasn't here and there was actually another a mound for more spotters to go on to. There it is there, just in front of the engine bay, and then this one that I've got on screen right now, that the hangar's off there, and I'll just show you a closer look at this because I love how he's been able to actually merge this very, very seamlessly. So you'll see in this live stream, or hopefully if it doesn't go off again, you'll see that it can be a bit fiddly leveling out the included apron and the concrete, but I think Ace here has done a fantastic job. You would actually think that is part of the scenery. In my opinion, that looks like it's part of the scenery, the way he's been able to do it. So fantastic job, mate. Fantastic job. You need to download the kit from and then I followed the tutorial. Yeah, I mean, I will do at some point, but in terms of the logos and everything, obviously you can just turn it off. There's yours, there's theirs, and there's, in my opinion, what I would stick with. Side logo hidden, extended apron, exterior lights and stuff like that you can get rid of. Loads of customization. This is the kind of thing I've been wanting. Not so much the configuration, but the actual lights and the doors, being able to open and close doors with a switch rather than either it being proximity based or time based, or in some cases based on hitting your nav lights in the cockpit. Some developers have been able to use the light switches in aircraft to manipulate doors and stuff, which I think is pretty cool anyway. So what you can do is up here you can do all this business, and again you'll see that because it's not you know, it's not made for this airport. If you bring it to about there now, I hope that FSReborn do a bit more fine tuning, and what I mean by that is the sliders I think need buttons as well. The end of the sliders, we need more precise buttons. We need buttons that you can press the slider as well, but we also need buttons at the end of these sliders so we can just introduce a little step each time. Again, that's just my opinion. Lots of nudging and hangers, rotating, yeah. Could be power supply, but you could check and scroll down to where your motherboard is and check plus 3 volt rail. If your PSU is failing, you'll see this spiking. It should ideally be between 12, 12.6. Plucky, thank you so much, mate. I really appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. Where would that be exactly? Is it this one here? I think it's that, isn't it? Oh yeah, I can see that. 12.096. They're all saying the same thing, but they're not spiking. I think I'm looking at the right thing. It's in voltage. Is it in voltage? The plus... Yeah, it's plus 12V. They're not even moving, mate. They're just stable. They're not flickering or anything, so... Probably not my power supply, which is great because it's been running for years. But yeah, probably the cooler. Probably the cooler. Not the worst thing. Right. So head and wheel, twist it, bank angle. Well, we can see what happens there with the bank angle, which is probably what we need in this scenery. If we just... You can see that I really think it needs some buttons on these just to give you a little bit of a... I don't know if you can... No, you can't. And then pitch will roll it the other way. And as you can see, you know, you ideally want it to around there. You're still going to get some issues with grass popping in. It needs some buttons just to finally tune. You're still probably not going to get it absolutely perfect, but I think it would help. I think it would help. What else have we got? Obviously, these bits here, this will help you move it around. And what I really wanted to comment on, the implementation is fantastic. Like, I can't believe it's taken so long for someone to do this, but they've done this so perfectly. All right, there's some addition. I wish we had some fine-tuning buttons, but listen, the fact that you can go into your toolbar, click on it, it works, and it works as intended. You can obviously, I mean, you could do that. That's probably the better way to do it. I think that's what Ace Airstream's done, is use because there is a existing taxiway or apron there. So what you could basically do here is just, and for me, if you just probably nudge that back a bit. Alright, I wouldn't put it here because there's some stands there, but I would put it somewhere else, maybe over there. You could spend, and I'm pretty sure Ace has probably done the same, probably spent ages looking at various airports and had a little look at where he could place these. And this is only one building, this is the hangar. So let me show you. And the other good thing about this is I don't even know if I've put me volume up. Sorry guys. I mean, you haven't missed much on the side, the audio side of things, but there is sounds on these animations as well, which again is just incredible. Plucky, it's unlikely to be PSU. 12V instability is a good, yeah. 12V instability is a good sign of failing one. It's not flickering or anything. Not flickering. It seems very stable. But obviously, as you can see, we've got a lot of grass in there. So you could spend some time fine-tuning the levels. You know, you could spend a lot of time really with the levels and the bank, and you know, there's a lot, but I do think there should be some little buttons to mess about with them. See, this has got a bit of a roll on it. Not that roll, but that roll. You just can't quite get it, you know? Can't quite get it. Let's have a little look at the animations. I'll also show you the night lighting, which is... the lighting on it is great. The lighting on it is just perfect. Also, for me, it's the quality of the modeling and the objects inside of these. To say, you can turn everything off. You can get rid of the apron lights if you wanted to. Brilliant stuff. And then the animations are fantastic. The sounds are great. They don't just open dead quick. They don't just pop up and say I'm open or close. They've got a real time. This is what you would expect to see. This speed. It's fantastic. I absolutely love it. It's so good, man. And then again, the modeling, you've got all these storage boxes. Now, I am going to guess, I think these are probably made with the included assets. Potentially, I don't know. But all of the objects are really, really nicely done. And then look at that. To have this customization, and this isn't a, don't forget, this isn't a scenery add-on. This is an aircraft add-on that FSReborn have just said, there's a really high fidelity plane, guys, and one of the best business jets you can get for the sim. Also, as well, if you want to have your own little own private terminal, you can. It's unreal, and this is for a person who likes to predominantly talk about sceneries, airports, stuff like that, you know, freeware add-ons, airports and scenery on the channel. Seeing this it gets the creative juices flowing and kind of starts to make you think, well, actually, what are they going to do next? What are they... Let's get rid of that. And then let's have a little look at executive small. And it moves in real time, so, you know, it'll load in. There you go. And this is a bit more substantial. This has got an actual terminal, offices in there, chairs, a full-on apron. So again, you can press on it, you can mess with the elevation, turn everything around, spin it around. You'll ideally want to place this probably I guess you'd want to place it over the other side of the airport because you'd want it on land side. But I'm pretty sure you can also get rid of the you can get rid of the apron, I think, with this one as well. Let's stick this over here. You can actually see it just in the grass here. This might be a really nice place, actually. It looks like it's on a bit of a hill, so yeah, I mean, yeah. See, this is on a hill, so probably not the best place. In fact, it's probably the worst place to put it. But for this type of one, you'd probably want it somewhere airside, you know. I don't know. Maybe even over here. Let's have a little look over here. This also might be a good one, actually. Where did I put it there? There it is over there. So I think because this has got a bit of a it's got a bit of a landside area, hasn't it? So you'd want to, I mean, you can do what you want. That's the beauty of it. You can do, you know, you can do whatever you want with this kind of thing. It doesn't need to be precise. You don't need to make it that spot on. But I think when you've got something like this, you kind of want it to you want it to work as intended, maybe. You know, let's do something like this. And again, you'll want to mess with the pitch and the roll and stuff like that, because every scenery is going to be, it's going to have a bit of elevation, isn't it? It's going to have a bit of a, let's just do that for now, just because we could be there for a long time. But yeah, this is one of the, this is the smallest one. And like I said before, it's the modeling that gets me as well. It's not just that they've made this really high fidelity biz jet, they've also added in a really high fidelity scenery object, and they could have easily just done something really basic, but it isn't basic. Let's have a little look. So you can get rid of the logos again, you can hide them, put your own logos in. Fantastic. I love that that's a thing. They could have easily just said, no, you've got to use our logos. Extended apron, you can get rid of the apron as well. You can get rid of the land side. We'll keep it on for now. A lot more customization with this one as well. Let's turn the lights down, because honestly, these FBOs look really nice with a bit of, maybe not so much dead of night, just evening or very early morning, so you've still got a bit of light in the sky, and they're just so nicely done. They are really, the lighting is, look at that. It's so good, man. So good. Plucky and happy to help a fellow scout. So mate, thank you so much. Gonna have to get you a pint. I can't wait to grab this add-on. I'm a sucker for the great biz jet, and this looks next level. Steve, mate, I'm okay. I hope you're doing well, mate. I don't know if I mentioned, I actually sent the Pimax back to Pimax. The actual rep at Pimax I was communicating with actually left the company, sadly. They did actually sent me a new person. They transferred me to a new person, which is fantastic. But Yeah, mate, I'm good apart from me stream balls and up. There's something good with my PC at the minute, and I can't quite put my finger on what is causing my whole system to freeze. It means I have to actually press the restart button. So like I say, guys, anyone else here who's joined us and not seen my whole system freeze, crashing the stream in the process, if it does it again, I am calling it a night, because I'm going to have to just give the PC a bit of a... I'm going to have to turn it off and leave it for the night, I think. The executive small Raoul said, intended for the US private parks where you can buy a house and integrate a hangar. Nice. We need some more of the community, like the more flying things. We definitely do. I presume when you finished, it does, mate. It does, yeah. It does. So obviously it only persists when you're using the Phenom. So if I... Well, the idea today was to actually fly from Belfast to Liverpool. And if I place all this the way it is, it'll also save whether the hangars have been left open, the lights have been left on, doors and stuff like that. As long as you're flying in the Phenom, of course, you wouldn't be able to load into with the Citation X, and this loads in. It doesn't work, unfortunately. And I think Raoul did say he doesn't plan to open it up to any other products just yet. I think he did mention on Two-Tone Murphy's stream that he wasn't looking to have a standalone FBO add-on, which is a bit of a shame in my opinion. I think he could rack up a bit more revenue potentially, but I understand why he doesn't want to, because he does have more plans. But it does persist, mate. Yeah, it will stay in place. If I load out and turn my computer off now, this will still be here as long as I load up in the Phenom. Just every inch of it. Doesn't matter how I configure it. Now again, this hangar door, fully animated, sounds included, but the animations are so good. The fact that we can just press a button. Now, he was asking if we could keybind this. I don't think we can, but I think he wants to be able to have it a keybind. Now imagine not having to open this menu, and you could go onto your stream deck and press open hangar and it opens. Oh, oof. Come on, Raoul, make it happen. You know what? It's like I'm gonna be a bit crude here. It's like it's a scenery lover's wet dream. Look at that as well. So cool. Even the little clunk at the end when it went into the ground. Man, they have not just been sitting on this and just thought, you know what, we'll bring it out for our BizJet. It's absolutely class. I think others will jump on the bandwagon if it's the same technology. Yeah. It is. Yeah, it's a good point, Ace. I mean, I didn't think about that, to be honest with you. If you actually think about it, it is a toolbar with persistent objects. But don't forget, with the camp one, you can have templates, can't you? You can save them in like a virtual bag and offload everything. FSReborn and Parallel 42 collaboration, absolutely, I would be all in for that. I still need to buy some of their sceneries because I haven't had a look at their sort of immersive. I think they're fictional. I think maybe some of them are. Apron lights. I mean, the lights are just, again, they're also very, very well done. Not a second thought. Look at that. Main entrance doors as well. You can... They've got a keypad on them as well. Oh man, it's so good. Even the door handles move. What's the add-on name? This is actually the Phenom, mate. This is part of the FSReborn Phenom BizJet. This is not a standalone. This is part of having that business jet. When you install a business jet, you'll have this little FSReborn thing icon. And you can do all this. The Phenom, I believe, I paid $37.99. for the Phenom, which I think is absolutely spot on price. Balcony doors, you can do all them as well. it is just incredible. Again, this is all walkable with your avatar. It's just balcony door. There we go. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Oh my god, did you hear that? They added a little audio prompt saying welcome home, Captain. Didn't know that. That is cool. Yes, you can walk. I've done it off stream. You can walk around with your avatar on this. I'm not going to bother just because, I mean, you're just going to be seeing the same thing, but I can confirm everything's got collision. You can walk around. If you open the left front door after it opens, you get the welcome message. Nice. Jepson, good to see you. Nice to see you, mate. Thank you so much for coming in. But the reason why I wanted to, because I said it a few times, a lot of people have live streamed this, have done a video for it. So you know, there's a lot of media out there showing the FBOs in great detail. I just think from my perspective, I just wanted to show just a bit more like the objects. The objects are modeled and textured so well. They could have easily just not bothered with the objects, or at least, you know, not being as this detailed with everything, and it might look like a bit like overkill, but it really isn't. It really isn't. A kitchen door. I think the kitchen door is around the other side as well. And there's a... There, see at the side, you can open that one as well. So they haven't just done one door. You can open that as well. My avatar managed to get stuck in the loo, couldn't get out of crouching. And look at these chairs. I mean, if you're a bit of a steampunk biker, I don't know, this is pretty cool. I loved, again, the detail in it, man. Why are the locks so detailed? Has Raul and his team figured out a way to press these on screen? Like, wouldn't it be cool? Hear me out. And I'm pretty sure Raul said you can't do this at the moment, or at least the SDK doesn't allow you to. But imagine if you walk in with your avatar and you can set a keypad number. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it opens. I know we're getting away from the flight sim aspect, I understand that. But if it ever becomes a point where people can start seeing each other's FBOs in multiplayer and stuff or whatever, having your own little passcode for your door, beep beep, or fingerprint or whatever. But look, I mean, this is it. How detailed is it with the reflections in the door handle? Cool little idea. Could it ever work? Maybe not. I don't know. Another thing that I believe we're going to see. Welcome home, Captain. Welcome home. Another thing I think we're going to see, and I can share this now because I have mentioned it on other live streams. I think with your avatar mode, you're going to be able to walk to this desk. And that is the EFB from the plane. We're going to be able to use this. I'm telling you now. Or if it's not the case, then Raul... Yeah. Imagine getting your FBO set up. Your Phenom sitting in the hangar there. You sit at your desk. You can do all your business there. You can do all of your stuff on this tablet. And it's not just a prop. Get all your stuff in. Syncs over to the aircraft. Walk onto your aircraft. Get what needs to be done. get your pushback going, and a workable flight bag. Look at the clock as well. I mean, come on. Look at the animations on the clock. They actually, it's incredible. You're just sitting here at your desk, getting your coffee. There's your plane sitting off in its hangar, and then you go and get your flight sorted. FBO controls on the EFB, yes, as well. Yes, yes. Yeah. There's just so much that I think Raul in his head knows that he wants to do. Okay, sure, we're going to get different styles of FBO. We're going to get bigger ones, smaller ones, different styles. You know, for me, I would like a more traditional style, more of a square building, something that might look at home in some of the US airports, because these look great. Everything looks brilliant. The modeling and everything is fantastic, but I think I'd love to have more ones that you see at you know, some of these bigger US airports. You know, it's like setting the entire FBO as a fleet, and there's like buttons, and it would be fantastic. It really would. And the mind boggles of maybe what could be next, and what Raul could do and his team. In medium base, let's have a little look. Hello. Now look at this. Here's where it gets a bit more substantial. You've got a full operations center, so this is an FBO with multiple aircraft, you know, a big fleet. Let's see if we can just... So this one's got a bit of a... it's a bit easier to get this into the scenery because it's got a few steps. Do you know what I mean? It's got a... Still a bit of float there, but let's maybe... Let's bring this up like this and then across. So now you've still got a bit going on, because this is like kind of, you need a bit of roll. You need a bit of pitch and roll in this one. Something like that. Bring it forward. You got a bit of grass coming through the back there. But again, no less detailed. Very, very detailed, like stupidly detailed. You can take all of the... Put your own one in there. I won't be showing that today, sorry guys. There is loads of guides on how to do it. And I don't think it's overly complicated. Two-Tone Murphy on his live stream has got a great tutorial on how to do it. You can put your own hanger, you can put your own text and logos in there. You can hide these ones as well, which I think, if you're not using your own, is probably the nicest solution. Not saying that FSReborn's logo is not nice. I'm just saying, you know, just to make it a bit more realistic. Not many animations on this one, sadly. Just the doors, because it's not a hangar. You see the sliding doors opening up there. Has this also got... The animations and sounds are immaculate. Like, they're just so well done. Everything is like... I mean... Yes, please. Yes, please. Yes, please. Bit of flickering there from the glass, but honestly, I actually don't care about any graphical issues. Here we go. Hello. How's everything today? Why is she making me uncomfortable? But yeah, just everything is just I didn't expect the FBO add-on to be just so like, I want to say detailed, but it seems like the only word I know is detailed, and I understand that. I fully get that. But I didn't expect it to be. I thought it would just, you know, it would serve as a backdrop almost, maybe, but not where you can actually go around and see the objects close up. And again, if you this is the thing, if you're going to do an interior to an airport, if you're going to do interiors to FBOs, and you make them so the avatar can walk around, it is going to have to be a bit more high fidelity, because there's no way of kind of zooming out with your avatar. You're going to see everything from head height, so you're going to see any imperfections. We have got the AI magazines again. I think a lot of developers are doing this. I think it's probably the nicest use of AI in sceneries, and all this looks great. Look at the FSReborn magazine there. Microsoft Flight Sim devs. Pink textures. Oh my god. I love it though. I love that. All the panel lighting as well. That's what I really want. I'd love some panel light. I'd love some panels with lighting. I feel like everyone's doing it though. The add-on's crazy, I know. It is. Check the aquarium. There's a wrecked air. Oh, nice. Okay. I don't mind common style design, different places, a bit like little supermarkets. The clever design of the medium of the steps. Yes, yeah, it is. Yeah, I like that. It helps a lot. After placing the FBO, will it still be there? Yes, it will. It will. In depth. That's another one I like to use. Yeah, thank you. I forgot about that one. Yes, if you place the FBO anywhere, so if I place it here now and go to America, go to Australia, turn the PC off, come back to it, as long as I'm using the Phenom, it is locked to the Phenom. You can't just go into a Citation X or a Phoenix or whatever plane. It will always need you to load up the scenery. Wherever you are, you can start over in Ireland, because that was the idea of the stream. Place your FBO, say, I don't know, Manchester Airport, fly over from Scotland or Ireland, and it'll be where you placed it. And it will also persist with all of the animations. So if you leave the hangar doors open, they will be open. If you turn lights off, they will be off. Very, very nicely done. Oh, no. This is to stop everybody sleeping tonight. I'm sure she's a lovely girl, but where are your eyes? Anyway, this one obviously a bit bigger. You've got your conference room. These guys are very, very hard at work with this business meeting, but you know what? Look at the glass table, man. Reflections in the lights. You can see the tint in the glass. The reflections in the chairs. It's just incredible. You don't expect this. Nice shoes, mate. Nice. Hey, less of that. I mean, at least she's got some eyes, but again, I mean, it's like, no, I can't, man. That's stressing me out big time. Have you been affected? Then please call the helpline. Mate, I will, don't you worry. I'm affected by my computer being an absolute idiot. Yeah, the guy next to me doesn't know, but he's going to be sacked in around 2 minutes time, and I absolutely hate him. He is secretly plane spotting though. Like, he is definitely watching the planes rather than working. Anyway, we like to have a little laugh. Let's get on. Look, even the reflection of the whiteboard on there as well. It is... Why is it just so detailed, man? I'm not complaining, but it... Everything, this. Now that's a setup, isn't it? That's like a YouTube studio, that. I'm just blown away. But this is my first proper look, by the way, folks. I haven't really looked at this FBO. This was all supposed to be for this live stream, but have we got sounds? There is. Sorry if you can't hear them. It's basically just crowd chatter. Really, really, really nice. It's so cool, man. There you go. These probably are the most detailed toilets I've ever seen in a flight sim. We've got some really detailed ones on aircraft and terminals, but this wins. Now, if you don't mind, Raul could be an interior designer. He might be. He might have dabbled in it. There's those Dyson hair dryers. Look at that. I tell you what, it's just, you know, if you're flying a business jet in this sim, I do hope Raul reconsiders. I understand why he probably wouldn't want his FBO editor, or whatever you would call it, to work with other planes, but I think he really needs to consider it, because wouldn't you like to have, you know, to be able to fly in the Phenom, in this Citation X? You know, we've got some more great business jets coming, you know. The Sovereign, the Citation Sovereign. We've got Flight FX. They're doing the Challenger, I believe. Is it the 350? I hope there is some middle ground to potentially this is going to cover the whole thing now. There we go. I mean, we could just put it into that taxiway. I'm assuming they don't use this. This is the big boy, this. Look at this. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it there. It looks terrible, I understand, but just for the sake of showcasing it. So with this one, I realise that I've had that up on the screen. I'm sorry. No one told me to get rid of it though. This one got a few more options, as you can imagine. Let's get rid of the logo, just for now. You can get rid of the aprons as well. I don't know how you do that. Although it's not being... You can... Oh, hang on. This one's not working. Is it because I have to have the map on still? Ah, okay. That makes me feel better. Let's have a little look. Yeah, I think you've got to have the map active, which is fine. That means that I should have had it open. So you can hide all the logos. You can turn the canopy off and on. So you can get rid of the little entrance area for the limousines, and I think someone put aircraft underneath there, although oh no, it's the air side. It is airside. Sorry guys. You can get rid of the extended apron as well, which might be a bit better. It might be better if you've got areas like this where you can blend it into the scenery without a lot easier without having any of the aprons on there. Not too sure what that is. We've got a canopy on the other side. That's what I was looking at. Sorry, I thought it did say canopy. There we go. There's our car there. Look at that. Wow. I haven't seen this one, by the way, yet. So that's how much of it takes away, which I'll be honest with you, I think it needs to be on there. There we go. Hangar doors, elevator, airside sliding doors, landside sliding doors. And I think, I'll be honest with you, I'm going to have to move the plane, I think. I'm going to have to move the plane over there. Again, guys, we did have issues with the live stream, sorry, at the start. So, if my computer freezes again, I'm sorry that I've said it and jinxed it. But if it does happen again, I will just be calling an end to the live stream, because I'm going to turn the computer off and give it a bit of time. I'm also going to try and do a bit of investigation on to see whether it is actually my cooler that's failing. The reason why I said I was going to bring my aircraft over is because I want to actually get out of it at this point to show you this one. So you can obviously you can close the doors. Look at that. You just get off your plane. Oh, livery, come on, where are you? Come on, guys, open the doors for me. Perfect. Look at this. I mean, this is an FBO, isn't it? This is incredible, man. You can minimize the map, but not close it. Thank you so much, mate. Thank you so much. I mean, it's there, isn't it? I guess so. That would be better, wouldn't it? Suppose we could just, I don't know, put that there like this. But yeah, but this is... She looks better. Not in a weird way, I just mean she looks better. Clock test. Clock test. Oh, they do, yeah. Do you know what? I wasn't... I wasn't worried there. But no, yeah, it's... Yeah. If this is what Raoul and his team have come up with, I can only imagine what they are planning to add. I know he is planning on adding things. What other things has he got planned with... I don't know if that's a... Oh, that's a bit of a weird open-sided texture, I think. What other plans has he got for interactivity? Making more things... Other animations. Say, you know, these are the same doors from the other FBO. Is he going to be able to have these as an open door that you can go in rooms and they'll be modeled in? I don't know. It's I sure think one thing though, I think having interactable EFBs that you can use inside of these buildings and do your flight plan just at your desk. Why is it? I've said this a few times over the last month or so. These new sceneries we're getting recently, loads of food in them. And it's not just low quality food, is it? Look at those bagels, man. Oh. Anyone hungry yet? Yeah. Oh man, it just it's cool to have something different and it be relevant, you know. I do love the drivable boats and cars. I am one of those people, and I'm not going to apologize. I do love that we've got that type of thing in the sim where, you know, if you don't want to do a bit of flying, you can go and drive a buggy over the sand dunes or anywhere, you know. And boats as well, to see that the water's done really well. I think some of the ships are modelled very well as well that you can buy. I like them. I know other people disagree. And I get it. I get it. You scared me then. She scared me then. A little bit of a kitchenette here. Even the ovens, man. Look at. And then there's your hangar there. You can be like, you know, you down there. You've been on your break for 15 minutes. Get up. And then from here, you can then be like, so cool, man. So good. We're gonna have full scale hotels. Yeah, basically, yeah. You can take the elevator to the next floor. Yep. Yep. I mean, even look at the lights. Look at the actual hangar lights. Look how, sorry, detailed they are. I don't know what else to say. They are. Look, I mean, they've got the cages around them and everything. And the fact that there's sounds on the animations as well. I mean, I don't think I would have been too fussed. Like, if there was no sounds on those animations, I wouldn't be asking why aren't there sounds on there. I would love it if Raoul works out how to get buttons working. I think he said it wasn't possible, but imagine being able to click. You can get your mouse on there. Imagine clicking the buttons on the actual walls, having a button to open the hangars. Like I said before, having the idea of pressing your key number in, if you can set your own. In your menu here, you actually set your own keypad number, and it saves, and then you actually physically press it in. Same with the elevator. You actually press on it, and it, you know, it moves. I don't know where it is, by the way. Is it there? Oh, we are. We'll go down here first because we haven't had a look in here. The little board meeting room with some clocks and some fax machines there. Again, look, it's in here as well. He's definitely doing something with that. Definitely doing something with it. Sort out all your flight plan. Sort out all your business on your EFB. And then it's all done inside the aircraft. You can actually use this in your FBO. I'd like to think that's one of the end games for Raoul. Could be completely wrong, could be far from it, and it might not ever be able to be done. It might not be possible with the SDK, but I'm gonna make an assumption. I think probably Raoul also wants that as a thing. Or have a trigger on the ground with the avatar, yeah, or that as well. Like the Stuttgart terminal is just one of the best, isn't it? It really is. I don't know what's going on here though. But yeah, just bringing that level. The fact that we've got a avatar mode that we can walk around with and see things from a different perspective, you know. Like the idea in flight sim nowadays in 2024 where you can fly a bush plane into the bush in the middle of Idaho or wherever, and you can get out your aircraft. You can get out your aircraft, walk about in the bush, walk around the forest, and get back in your aircraft. You know. You've got elevator music as well. Come on. It's so good, man. And I was watching Two Tone's interview with Raoul, and he seems like the most genuine, just loveliest person. When he was talking about his past and his struggles and everything, man, I was sitting here nearly sobbing because I just felt like that man has lost dreams and now comes up with some of the very, very best flight sim developers. So he's not been able to fulfill his aviation dream, but he's been able to fulfill some of our dreams. Listen, I know not every simmer wants this high quality, high fidelity interior, FBO, going up and down in elevators. I understand. Listen, I'm not going to insult people's intelligence and say this is how it should be. You should enjoy interiors to terminals and enjoy all this. If you want to sit in your cockpit and enjoy the flying and that's what you do, that is absolutely fine. Just also, if you're that person, think about the other people who do like this, because I know some people can get really nasty about the fact that we've got all these different things now. And yeah, whatever Microsoft are planning over the next couple of years, whether they're thinking about adding in drivable cars and boats and trains and whatever, and making it, I don't know, making it a world simulator. I don't know. You're always going to get someone unhappy with whatever is added in, because sometimes it means that, yeah, development time and development costs and development schedules of being changed just because you want to add in a drivable car. We don't know that. We don't know, do we? But look at that. You can't deny the vision and the execution. The vision was there with Raoul, and the execution was perfect. Perfect, and I'd love to see some more styles of FBOs, some more hangars. Because don't know about you, but that looks so bloody good. And the implementation, that everything just works. You press something, if you don't want something, it disappears. If you want something to move, it moves. Call the elevator just once, it will come up to your floor. Ah, right, okay. And again, like I said, the objects are all really, really cool. There's some birds over there, look at that. Although, I don't know why they're leaving a trail like a plane. Look at the hangar. There's the room we were up in before. This is the kind of thing that I hope other developers can take advantage of, whether they figured it out on their own or FSReborn make it their own. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's all just part of the Microsoft SDK and it's something that anyone can work out. I don't know whether something FSReborn have done where they've been the first to figure out, like you guys were saying, you know, Chase playing with the camp out utility and a couple of other bits have been doing similar things. This just takes it up a notch, doesn't it? I don't think many people are going to be buying the plane for this because, well, why would they? Because it doesn't work with anything else. But the plane is the selling point. This to have this on top of the aircraft is just an added bonus. But it's an added bonus where you'll find yourself using it more than you actually think. It's kind of like, oh, you're reading the description, you're not too familiar with it, you're looking at it and you're like, comes with an FB. Oh, okay, that's cool. And then all of a sudden you start using it and you're like, oh, okay, fair enough. I love it, and I know a couple of you guys have already got it, the aircraft, and are using this. I need to really have a bit more of a fiddle and mess about with placement and find a good location to have this. There's some more bears over there. But the idea was for me with this stream was actually to do a bit of a flight in the Phenom, because I'm still trying to learn it, and God forbid it will knock me off the runway because I just can't seem to control the rudder on the ground. Can't keep it central for some reason. I just can't. Landing, well, I've got the live streams to back me up. I did it very poorly on my I can't say it. Zanti, my Inibuild Zakynthos stream. It was quite a nice landing, and I kept it straight and everything. Second go of it, I did the flight path, did the approach, VNav worked, I was made up, and then my landing, I was just like, wee! Didn't come off the runway. But it would have been terrifying for the passengers, let's put it that way. So please, you get the FBO side of things. Happy to see you enjoying it for the first time. Mate, I love it. I knew I would. I've had a little bit of a dabble in it, and I knew I understand Raul's vision. I understand it, and I understand what he wants to do. I am just excited to see what is added in further. What kind of other styles we're going to get. What other animations we might get. You know, what else could we see? Could we see the doors of the cars opening? I don't know. While you've been streaming, I've added a base at Newcastle. There's a perfect apron for me. Yes, see, Newcastle's a very good scenery anyway, and they've got a lot of space over the sort of the GA slash BizJet side of the apron, which is done again to the highest quality. And there's actually an interior to one of the FBOs there anyway, isn't there? But that would make sense. It would make sense. Do you know what I'm going to do, guys? Let me have a little look at the time. What I'm going to do is I'm not confident. As I say, my PC seems to be going back to its older self and just freezing. So, like I say, just to mention it, if I do go off and the stream dies without me actually officially ending it, I won't be coming back. I am just going to carry on the stream now. I'm going to try and have a little bit of a flight with the aircraft. What I'm going to do is I'm going to what is T-side? What I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of this. Oh no. I'm gonna use T side. T's side. Oh. I'm gonna use T side. And I think what I'll do is I will go to EGNV. Sorry, I don't know that one off the top of my head. Can you actually type on this right screen? Come on. Perfect. Where should we go? Not a long flight, but enough to get us sort of, you know, off the ground a bit, you know. Humberside might be a shout. Not too long. EG, what was that? EGNG. This it won't be far. Actually, you know what? That might be a bit close. All of the Luton, it's a bit. I find that a bit FPS heavy. Halfpenny Green might be a good one. Birmingham. Yeah, let's do Birmingham. Let's do Birmingham. Perfect. Let's do... We're going to take off from here. Let's do 05. And do you know what? Either one at Birmingham. I don't mind. Let's see what happens, because if it goes off, it goes off. And trust me, it'll go off just as a touchdown at Birmingham. You watch it. You watch it. But yeah, thank you everyone for popping in today. I appreciate the patience with some of the issues, and I'll be back on Monday. Remember, I am doing a little bit of a chilled out virtual AV. Well, it might not be chilled out. It might be me pulling my hair out again because of that stupid thing. But the idea for Monday, 7:30, bit of a virtual plane spotting type of stream. I'll find an airport somewhere, nice busy airport, and we'll take a look at the Navigraph and Flight Radar FSLTL partnership thingamabob, and I will show you what the new injector looks like, and we'll spot some planes. We'll chat about it. We'll see whether people are happy about it, which I know quite a few people aren't. And Wednesday, as I say, Tower Simulator 3, not Microsoft Flight Simulator, not X-Plane 12. It's a totally different thing. We'll do some air traffic controlling at Manchester. EGCC, see if we can keep the EasyJet and the Ryanairs and the Jet 2s apart from each other, and fingers crossed they can understand my Scouse accent. Anyway, let's have a little go at this and see what happens, because, you know, why not? We've had a look at the FBOs, and that's really what I wanted to do in the live stream more than anything. Lovely aircraft, lovely aircraft. I just wish I could control it a bit better. Do you know what it is about the aircraft? I think for me it's just purely because I'm getting too spoiled by the Phoenix with its auto throttles. I believe there's a variation of the 300E with auto throttles, or it's being tested. I don't know. It might be, I don't know. Or so I've heard. So I've heard. Right, okay, let's try this again. Why are you doing this all the time? You have to press... There we go. I'm really hoping now that the sim brief little buttons on the FMS, because I don't know how to get it to work. It doesn't seem to want to work for me. Means I have to manually put the flight plan in. Where were we? EGNV, was it? There we go. Right, let's get the Gen 1, Gen 2. Bleed, auto. This is the beauty of this aircraft. Pump to auto, hydraulic pumps on. ADS probes to auto. Again, this isn't spot on. Okay, guys, I'm just trying to remember what I've seen on videos. ECS to both. So I apologize if some of this startup sequence is completely wrong, but yeah. Into idle, spotty dog, right? I'm pretty sure now you can just get the. Let's get some. Let's load the fuel instantly. Let's get the GPU on.
Okay.
Let's get the. We can do the PAX control to PAX control. Emergency lights set to on or auto rather. Nav lights on now, and these two beauties can come on in a bit. Right. Once loaded back in, you need to go to utility setup, navigator, and then right. Okay, let's do that then. So I might need to load back in though. It's still not there. I don't know why. Sorry, I wasn't looking at your thing. Utilities. Setup. Hang on, I did go to setup. See, it's not in there. This is what I'm saying. I don't get my little sim brief button, even though my sim brief's connected in the FMS. I don't quite get it, and I can't find a solution why it's not coming up. Do you know what I mean? Like, it is set up. I in my settings, everything's there because I've imported it. So I'm not 100% sure why I can't get it on the FMS.
Pause system test. Okay.
It's a bit weird. Is it in here? Is it because it's? Yeah, not too sure why I can't get me sim brief into here, because as I say, the flight plan just automatically goes in for you with all the waypoints. I've seen it on videos. Yeah, bit stumped on that one. Ah, do you have the add-on hub installed where you add the? Maybe not. That's probably, is that why? I don't, mate. That's probably why. If that's the case, then I'm not gonna thingy. Maybe give me a message in Discord, possibly, if you can, mate. Because I know I had to do some bits for the Flight Sim Studios E190. I had to update the nav data and stuff. So I don't know if that's quite similar. So maybe I've got to do that. I haven't done it, so do you know what? Just for the sake of trying to beat my computer freezing, try importing it again. Because a little box comes up in the home. There should be an actual fourth box along here that says sim brief, and it's not there, and I've never known how to get work. It's not a problem, guys. Let's just get on with it. I'm sure I'll get it to work at some point. To be fair, it's more my controlling of the aircraft on the ground you should be worried about, because it is unreal. Unreal as in you're not going to be able to believe it when you see it. I've got no space to put my phone until I get this setup done. Oh, that's good. Some of the Coke Z. Done. Okay. This fails for me sometimes, this. I've seen this happen, and if you request it again, it might work. Okay. I'll try and do it again before we get to the flight plan. Yeah, I've seen this fail sometimes. Yeah.
Test. Okay.
Thanks for not failing. I think I might be doing it far too early before anything starts up, so let's probably use error.
Traffic. System test passed.
Spotty dog, thank you. I'm sure I've seen the Navigraph thing in here, though. I must admit. Right, anyway. 19. I think it syncs up anyway. You just gotta enter it, haven't you? Send data. Sending data. Is this turned off again? Imagine if it was me peripherals breaking things. I tell you what, I said it in the Discord. My my FSReborn E190, the yokes got stuck right, so when I took off, the whole plane just went to the right and crashed. I don't know how to fix it. It's like something to do when the license isn't working, but the license is all sorted. Right, okay, we are going from EGNV, did I say? What did I say? Did I say 05? Yeah, I did, didn't I? EGBB Birmingham. I also have this thing where I can't load it, so I can't actually do the departure for some reason, but I think that might be because it's already in. I don't know why that happens. Maybe I do have to update the nav and stuff like that. I can do the arrival and everything else. We are on the... We're on runway 33. We're on the Croft 1B. Can load that in. And for the approach, ILS33 vectors, that's sound, that's good. And then for the flight plan, I think this is why I couldn't do the VNav the other day, because they're the arrivals, isn't it, Croft? Yeah, I think it's because I didn't do the waypoints. That's why I couldn't do the VNav. The very, very first time I tried it, because I've entered everything manually, just basically I didn't have any of the waypoints. I don't know if P16 will work. I'm not 100% on the waypoints here. Yeah, that did work. And then Croft. That should be it, I think. I think. Oh, what's going on there? Okay. It's good. Pilot. I ain't that small. I'm not that small. We haven't got any passengers on board. Don't overwhelm me. Don't overwhelm me. Yeah, okay. Take off data, accept, perfect. Next. Yeah. I don't know if you're supposed to activate them now. I suppose we can. The flight plan doesn't look right, I'll be honest with you. I don't know what it's doing. There's a bit of a discrepancy there between Croft and... I think it's the P16 one. We're going to get rid of the P16 one. There we go, that's better. P16 was going to take us over to Spain. There we go. Okay, screenshot from Navigraph Hub added to Discord. Cheers, mate. Thank you so much. I'm pretty sure I downloaded Navigraph Hub. Okay. Cheers, mate. I don't know whether you can do it on the sim while you're still flying. You might not be able to. Did I download the Navigraph Hub? Did I do that? I did download a... I did download just a it's just a Navigraph chart. I didn't even know there was such thing. Oh, well, there you go. This was the page I was on as well. I don't know whether I can do it while I'm still on the sim, but I won't, just in case it decides to mess things up. Right, okay. I think... Oh, hang on. Why have I got a level... Oh, yeah, that's why. Sorry, my fault. I've got DLSS on, haven't I? Here. Absolutely terrible. Let's do 10 to start with, and you know what? I know because I'm live streaming now, everything that I did on that practice flight is going to go to, like I've never done it in my life before. I bet you. It was pretty okay, and I did it last time. Right, okay, engine 2. Those Echo 19 sounds. Woo! Go on, son. Although I don't know if that like fade out is a bit weird, isn't it? Is it just because it's stabilizing? Maybe, I don't know. Look stabilized. Let's do number 1. And then I will disconnect the ground power unit. And that's about it, folks. I know one thing that I'll end up forgetting. Let's go to the perf and go to takeoff data. We are on 10.2 rather, with the trim. She will shout at me if I don't do it properly. No, you can only update hub when the sim is closed. Yeah, do it later and explain you need the old Navi utility. Yeah, I think I did that. Yeah, that's probably what I downloaded beware, it's slow. Not the best thing for this computer at the minute, anything being slow. What else haven't we done? Let's get a notch of flaps down. We didn't get pushed back, but I'm just going to turn it on its axis and yeah. And that is, I think, probably not everything, but park and brake off. Hey, I know what I forgot straight away. I am still connected to ground. Come on, Brian, get it sorted, son. And the chocks as well. Right, let's try that again. Because this moves pretty much instantly, doesn't it? Yeah. I can't remember who this scenery is. Oh, it's a Fly X, I think. This is actually the guys who did the Belfast city scenery. Hopefully there's no wind and it leaves me alone, because I tell you what, it's a little beast, this aircraft. I know one thing I haven't done. QNH 1 6. There we go. Also not sure what's happening with the sounds as well. The taxi sounds kind of glitch out. I don't know if that's normal. I also don't know whether these business jets, they taxi them, they turn on the ground with the rudder, or they use, do they use, so the yoke doesn't turn. If there's anyone watching, anyone who flies the FS Studios E190, any ideas why my yoke actually visually on screen was actually bent over to the right? I couldn't actually get it to level out or anything, and I'm pretty sure when I loaded it on the ground it was straight and it was fine. Because when I've done the next few weeks, the next few video projects, I'm gonna simmer down for a bit and do some more airliner learning, because I had a little bit of a play around on my own with it and it didn't really feel too dissimilar to the Airbus. The flight management computers seemed quite familiar. Overhead panel felt quite familiar as well, so I want to have a little go at flying that. I'm also going for the wrong runway, I think, even though 05 is this way, I think. You'll see. Also, obviously, the thing with this, for me, I don't know whether I'm setting it up wrong, but the thing for me is you need to capture the navigation as well. So you, well, at least what I've been doing is on our map here, I will take off and I will then set it to go direct to Gasco. It won't automatically lock onto that and follow it even in nav mode, but I could be doing it wrong. So have you had the issue where you can't start the engines because there's a tailwind, because me no end of headache crashing? No, I haven't, mate. No, I've never noticed it. Never noticed it. I've always been able to start this thing up, but as I say, I just can't keep it straight on the ground. I've figured out how to keep up with the speed. That's one thing I can say that I've been able to do, is not have any overspeeds. It'll happen on this stream. Don't you worry. I'm always here to surprise myself.
Takeoff okay.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna balls this up. I'm gonna balls it up, man. Always. Let's see what happens. So into toga. Let's see if we can keep it steady. One of my better ones, to be fair. I haven't got the flight director on at the minute.
Flight director.
Flaps up. That was a bit better, and the reason why is probably because I didn't hold the nose down. So that is one thing that probably did a bit better there. I actually held the yoke forward a lot better. I pushed the what you should do. I do it with the Phoenix to about 100 knots. This a bit different. It's just like a rocket. Let's get this into heading mode and let's do a 180 all the way around and try and get the plane to, what's my 23,000? Speed is okay. Okay, so the plane is heading on the FMS. It is actually locked onto the nav. I did originally have issues. Again, purely me, not the aircraft. I did have issues getting it to set it onto navigation, but it is set on navigation. We are climbing at a very high speed, which I think is normal for these biz jets. Speed is okay at the minute. Let's get the lights off now. 12,000. It's getting better. I'm getting better, which is all I can ask for. E-jets are being paid beta for about 3 years. Yeah, they have, yeah. Plenty of people have grumbled, slowed. Yeah, depend on the build. Stability vary. And when I last tried it, it was less stable. So I actually used the experimental build to get the nav data to update, which I'm just going off. Ice conditions. I'm going off thingies. Okay. I'm going off British AvGeek's tutorials, and one of his first videos is basically updating the nav data, but you need the experimental build to do that. I just don't understand why the yoke was fine on the ground. I didn't notice when when I got onto the runway, started taking off. I was like, oh right, okay, well that is no good. Don't know whether it's a conflicting thing with the yoke and something else. It might be the fact that my side stick was plugged in. It might not like that. I know X-Plane doesn't like me using my Xbox controller plugged in, as well as the wing control side stick. It doesn't like it. It won't let the side stick work, so it might be that. But it was okay on the ground, so I'm not too sure why. We're on the nav. Fantastic. I just have to make sure that I get it onto the approach, the ILS, and then land it as well. I know this is a bit later, but we did have the issues, and I might as well try the flight. If it works out, it's good practice. It's good practice, so I appreciate everyone's time tonight. How did Arsenal get on, by the way? Okay, yeah, 1-1, but that's not telling me who won. PSG, okay. It was close though, wasn't it? Oh, I feel sorry for my brother's an Arsenal fan. They won the league, but yeah, PSG won the Champions League, so wasn't far, was it? It wasn't quite an even match. British AvGeek was one of the fiercest critics. Yes, the data update for the EJS is its own bespoke separate system by President. I keep forgetting to do it. Yeah, I mean, I like Luke's videos. Sorry, it is Luke, isn't it? Jesus. Steve, Flight Sim Guy. Luke is British AvGeek. James is Hudson. Why can't we just all use our own names? But yeah, no, his videos seem very in-depth, and I will be, as I say, I'm going to get some video projects out of the way. I had a bit of a tinker with it. I installed it yesterday. I've had it for ages. I think I used it in one of my videos ages ago, and same with the Phoenix, and I just, yeah, I had it sitting there. So I think I'll begin to use it. I think I'll have a little look. Why are you ascending? It's because I'm too fast, isn't it? There we go. Was nearly reaching the barber poles there.
Flight director.
No, stop messing. Hey, don't drop down low like that. Wow, don't do that. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. But yeah, I'm gonna get through a couple of videos, get some stuff that I need to get done, and then I'm gonna sort of, yeah, like I say, I'm gonna not have a break. I'm just gonna keep live streams a bit more fleshed out, bit spaced out. You know, it's hard when a lot comes out and releases all at the same time, stuff that I'm interested in to show off and stuff, so I can't really forget them. So it is hard in that respect that I just have to stop live streams, but I think I've still got loads to learn with the Phoenix, loads of stuff to learn with the Phoenix, but I can manage a flight. Do you know, I can manage a flight on my own, and I just need to hone in the landings better, really, for me. I'm fine with takeoffs. Landings just need to be practiced. I need to the last couple, I think the last 3 landings in the Phoenix, I've bounced it, big bounce on the ground, back up again. I need to stop doing that because I've never I never used to do that at the start. That's where I've just got to tune my skills a bit more, and then I'd like to also learn the E190, because you know what, it's not the worst looking plane. It's probably not on the same level as the Phoenix or PMDG, but it's nice enough, and it's a bit of a different aircraft to learn. Because I don't know when I'm going to be able to learn the A220, because, well, again, Synaptic have got it again at Expo to show off to people like they did last year. So, not too sure when that's going to be released, I'm going to be honest. I do love the Osprey livery. Luke has some great livery designs. He does, mate. And he also, again, he's like a good handful of creators who are very, very humble and nice. I can't say it translates to everyone, sadly. I speak to who I speak to, and then I let the others be. Let's just say that. Oh, wow, it has cooled down a lot. Still warm. Where I hope it's got my top of descent on here, because, you know, that's another thing I noticed, is that the first time I took this for a test flight, it didn't show my there it is there. Fantastic. I also think I know why it wasn't, because I hadn't put my full flight plan in. Will have to vector myself in though, by the looks of it. I think what I'm going to do, once I've set up my Airbus sort of desktop situation to how I want it, I think I'm going to buy the glass out utility, because I'm hearing very, very good things about that. Better than what's the other one called? Pop-up Manager. And it's what? I think is it like a tenner for the lifetime subscription type, lifetime purchase? So yeah, I think once I've set up my Airbus, I'm going to have a little me space for my Airbus, and I should be able to do that come Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm going to have a look at glass out, because I'm hearing good things about it. Because I've got that monitor there, that third little portable monitor, and that would be useful to set up the PFD and the navigation display of the Airbuses on. And I tell you what, I've got a lot of messages here. I'll have to look at those later. Where are we here? I tell you what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to give it a bit more beans. I have got some wing views. Do you know what? I don't think I'll mess with I don't think I'll mess with chase plane. I won't even go back there just in case. Just stay in the cockpit, Brian. Just enjoy the view. Look at that. Oh, he looks lovely, doesn't he? He looks lovely. Look at the winglet. Look at that with the little Canadian maple leaf there. Look at that. Look at that aircraft, man. Have we... You know, we had the Citation X, and we're going to get some more business jets. Is it the Predator? Do you say the Predator? Is that how you say it? Is it the working title? Is it the Predator 600, is it? Is that how you pronounce it? That's looking nice. I must admit, it does look nice. About... maybe just a bit thicker, maybe a bit stubbier than the the 300. I think it is anyway. Looks nice though. Gonna make a sort of a shallow left-hand turn, and then we'll tell. I've noticed I do get these intermittent stutters over the UK, and I think I know why that is. I think it's the Orbex scenery. So you can buy the 3 packs, can't you? Is it 2 packs for the UK? Is it 2 packs for the UK on Microsoft Flight Sim? I know X-Plane has one similar, and I know on X-Plane 12, if you have that installed, it takes ages for the anywhere in the UK to load in if you've got the Orbex scenery, the UK scenery. I have all 2 or 3. I've got all of them. I don't know whether it's separated into 2 or 3. I think, is it south, central, and north? Maybe. I keep on getting the ice and conditions thing, but I've got everything on except the. I've got everything gone apart from. Well, we'll find out. If it balls it up, then we'll know why. Don't know why we're getting ice and conditions. It's bloody boiling in the UK. Not too sure why. But yeah. It's the Phenom's bigger brother. Okay. It does look nice. It does look nice. There's that left-hand turn. We'll start to get a bit of a warning soon when we need to start lowering the altitude. And that is a very, very good point, Brian. What is the... Can I get onto my charts here? Is it going to work? I don't think it is it? Gutted. That's probably because I need to update that thing. I don't know the... Don't know it, do I? Let's have a little look. Oh, well, I can go on Navigraph charts, can't I? Duh. Pretor. Thank you, Ace.
Vertical track.
There we go. That's what we like to hear. But I'll be honest with you, I need to hurry up and find this. It's approach. We need 3.3 for the ILS. There we go. It is 2000. Our nav, so basically, from what I understand, the path in white will go up to where it says, there we go, spot on. It interrupted me right at the right moment, so now we're on VNAV. The aircraft now will be descending itself, according to the flight plan. We will then I will then have to vector the aircraft over to the approach. There's some things on here that I'm still a bit unsure about. Full flaps. Okay, so not 100% sure what the landing speed is here. Is it 103 or is it 125? I'm going to go with 103. More ice and conditions. I've got everything turned on though, so...
High speed.
Yep, there you go.
High speed.
I wouldn't get any high-speed warnings, and what happens? This is it. When you haven't got auto throttle, you can just take your eye off the ball with the speed on this plane. I don't know what to do about the icing conditions, mate, because everything's turned on. What do you want me to do? Is it because it's on auto? Do I need to turn it on? Oh well. I tell you what, though, that looks stunning, doesn't it? Look at that. And I tell you what, £7 a month for the Navigraph is it's yeah. If you're doing a lot of flying in the sim, it's a steal, and it's a bargain. It's fully worth it. If you've got a second monitor and you've got means to have a look at it on here, brilliant. You could probably also get an app for it, couldn't you, and put it on the tablet and stuff. So. Right, okay. 19,000. I am going to turn... No, do you know what? I'm going to let the aircraft fly straight. Once we make this right-hand turn, I'm going to get the aircraft to fly straight. And then we will keep on descending and turn left and join the approach. That's the plan. You know what I'm like. That might not happen. But yeah, again, like, guys, listen, thank you so much for everyone who came into the stream today. I understand that people might have left with the issues. I can't do much about that. For everyone who stayed and obviously persevered and carried on, well, we got to see the FBO, which is what I intended to do. Show it off as much as I could, have a little bit of a discussion about it, and we've been able to fly some of the Phenom over. So we might be able to get the whole way there. Let's have a little look. But I think, for the sake of me PC, I think the idea was to carry on with the project that I'm doing at the minute. But I have to get it done, so I'm going to be very busy tomorrow. I've got no time tomorrow. I'm going to have to get my head down. But I think the computer needs a bit of a break for 12 hours or so. I also want to check if this pump is actually working. Because if it isn't, then that's the reason. I mean, yeah. I also, if that pump wasn't working, I'm baffled to know how the CPU is even loading the PC up, and it's not completely just overheating. So either one of two things: the CPU's gonna break soon, or, which I don't want, or the pump is doing the bare minimum that it should be doing. The light on the actual AIO, it's a Corsair one, so it's not a cheap one, you know. The light on it is working. It doesn't mean that it's actually working. The light might be working, but like me, basically, the lights are on, but no one's home. That's probably the same thing as the CPU at the minute. So we'll see. I'm curious. I'd love to let people know if in fact it is the cooler and the computer is just overheating and freezing. I'm confident it's not the GPU. Just, that's the thing with having a computer, isn't it? It could be so many things. It could be one wire down the back somewhere. The joys, the expensive hobby, and also the troubleshooting. The speed seems okay. I must admit though, might give it a bit more beans just to Need to get the aircraft down, and need to get it along this flight path. There's a little right turn. So this right turn now, I'm actually gonna keep on going, keep on actually flying the same direction, and then it'll take me away from Birmingham, and I'm then gonna do a left turn onto the final approach. That is the plan. Stay with me and see if it's executed. Like I said, I did Belfast to Liverpool last week, and it was great. The only thing that wasn't great was the control on the ground. The control on the ground was not the best. Hopefully the landing. I think the problem with Liverpool, the landing that I did there with this was I was far too fast. And what tends to happen with my landings with this, except the Greece landing, that was a massive one. That was a massive one. That was a terrible stutter. I don't even think that was a stutter. The one with Greece, that was just perfect. I was made up with that, and I didn't even have any flight plan or approach or anything with that one. 13,000 now. Oh, all the drinks gone. Drinking like a fish. Drinking like a fish. I think everyone is at the minute, isn't there? Yep. Carry on there. Hopefully I can remember how to do this and bring it down safely. But I'm enjoying it. I love it. I also like it when I can figure out some of the aircraft enough to fly it from A to B. And also, obviously, park it on stand, deboard, start it from cold and dark. You know, I think it's even better when you figure all that out as well. You think you feel like you've accomplished a bit more, that's all. And I tell you what, look at all this metal. Again, massive shout out to Wing Control, because I wasn't expecting the third box. Delivery man came this morning with a massive box, like that big, like massive. And I opened it and there was 3 boxes in there, and I was saying I knew what was in the box, and it was only supposed to be 2 things, which was the throttle, which is just incredible. I know you guys have seen this by now. There's so many videos about it, but for me, seeing it for the first time and getting to use it soon, sadly I can't just plug this in and use it straight away, because I have a lot to do with my desk layout. Got to figure all that out as well. Right, where are we? Getting to the end of the waypoints here. And what basically take the Phenom right the way down, straight all the way, which will then bring us on an acute angle to the actual airport itself. And I think the idea is to join up, I think, on IBM 70, I think that is 70, And by that point, I will be low and slow enough to capture the glide slope. What are the passengers doing? I didn't load any. I haven't seen them yet, mate. I'll be honest with you. I didn't want to add any more stress onto the computer. I don't think it is intensive for the aircraft, but no, we've got none. I'm the only person today in this one. Also, I think the last time I loaded passengers in, they didn't actually show up in the seats, but I fully realise that there is a satisfaction sort of thing here, which I really need to... Where is it? I need to have a go of properly and see it all work, and I haven't seen that working yet. But I fully intend to. Once you have each Garmin system sussed, it opens up range of different aircraft that use the same system. You can easily fly FlightFX H-Jet, the Honda Jet now, for example. Wouldn't mind doing that, to be honest. Lovely aircraft. I think I had the first version. I don't think I've got the 2024 one. I would actually really like to figure out how to fly the Citation X. There's the airport over there. Try and give the aircraft a bit more speed. Like I said, I'm gonna vector myself over to the left when we are enough over. There you go. Don't know why are you turning? There you go. Pretty sure I put that on the right path then. Overflying Birmingham, there's the city of Birmingham with its lovely photogrammetry. We definitely do need a UK update, in my opinion. We definitely do. I'm just going to fly this aircraft on a straight path. There's the airport there. We're also flying straight now as well. I think I still prefer the Citation C over the other business jets. It's a dream to fly and manually fly. I haven't really looked at. I haven't really done any with the little ones, the little CS. You know, is it the CJ3 and stuff? I must admit, you know, they've been there since 2020. There's Birmingham Airport. There, obviously, PRACGEEK's Devco's Birmingham. I am curious to see what he's going to do with Belfast, but I'm pretty certain I was speaking to him the other day, and I just said, you know, can't wait for the Belfast version 2. You know, that was still is fantastic airport. But he said in no uncertain terms, his head's down in Mallorca at the minute. So I think Belfast might just be something he gets out not long after Mallorca to fill the gap, you know. To be honest with you, I haven't got any. Do you know what? What's funny? I haven't got any altitudes in the altitudes on the flight path. I know now I am down to 9,000, but that's a constraint, and it's told me that to obviously have stop here as well, so it might not be the best approach in landing, but we'll see. We'll see. Gonna just take the aircraft over slightly to the left. I'm hoping once I set the direct to waypoints and get it back onto nav, that it will we can put it back into VNav and the aircraft will descend correctly, I hope. That's the runway we're on anyway. Keep on clicking on the wrong one. Yeah, that one there. Just gonna give it a tiny bit more, just so I've got enough room to descend if I've got to do it myself. So, oh, I still prefer the Citation X all of the other business jets. It's yeah, the Citation X was lovely, really was lovely.